All right, guys, time for another Let's Play episode. This time we're on episode 4 uh, of our vanilla-ish Let's Play series, right? Because we're running those data packs that are really fun and exciting. They definitely aren't a pain in the butt at all and cause me to die more than normal from like legendary creepers or butchers or anything like that. Um, so yeah, last episode I did die twice, right? I had to sacrifice my earth shaker to a legendary creeper, and I also had to sacrifice this rare shield, which is actually it was actually a really good shield of mine. Um, so I can't rename these special items, unfortunately. I can't name them something cool. Um, at least not using an anvil, right? So if I type like, so you see how it's blue? If I like erase some of this, it's gonna turn to white. Which is fine. It still says rare in there, so I might still rename them and give them special names and stuff like that, just as a memento. But for now, I'm not gonna rename them. Anyway, so let's actually start off with doing this. So I'm gonna name this pickaxe something cool. I'm not sure yet. Alrighty, so I've decided on a name. This one is gonna be called Earth Splitter. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we got one more tool. Alrighty, everyone. So I'm at the triple cave spiner spawner. What a mouthful to say there. I was just doing some work here. I've almost destroyed Earth Splitter already, so I got to go back and repair that in a little bit here. But I just wanted to kind of take a look at what we have. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is if I stand in here in this general area. All three of them are still active, even though I'm a little bit lower than I was originally. So this is too far away, but right here it is active. So it seems like I have like a 3x3 area here that I can kind of stand at. And this will be where I AFK, have them all spawn and come to me. So that means I need to find a place to have them all meet up and join. And I think that area is going to be right over here. So I think I'm going to have a kill chamber right over here. I forgot to mention, I think this is going to be our project for today. It's just build this EXP farm and get it functional. Speaking of functional, these are the big functions I want this farm to have by the end of this project here. So I want to have a manual / EXP kill option. So I press a button and it makes it so that they get down to like 1 health, and then I can kill them with a sword and get a bunch of EXP. I want an auto kill option, so I press a button and it'll just automatically kill them. I want an on and off switch, and then I also want automatic storage so that I don't have to keep sorting and manually picking up the items myself. So basically the idea is I come in here, I'd sit here to let them spawn because this is where all three of them are active. While I'm standing here, I'd like press button number 1, and that's for EXP kills, so they'll be brought over here and brought down to 1 HP automatically, so then I can just kill them. I could press a second button over there, and then we'll just manually it'll automatically kill them. So instead of bringing them over here, or instead of funneling them or bring them to 1 HP, it just kills them, brings them down to 0, and then like an on and off switch. So I'm gonna have 3 buttons somewhere, maybe right here, maybe somewhere else, but definitely close by. Before I get there though, I kind of have to learn a little bit about the mechanics of how these work. I made some progress. I dug out some of the space so that I have some room to work with here, and I also decided that this granite pillar is going to be where I funnel them all to. It's going to be like the central kill area. It's in line with that spawner and that one. Obviously I can't get that one lined up because it's off center a little bit. So the way I'm going to handle this one is they're going to spawn normally, and I'm going to shuffle them this direction. As long as I keep those spiders below these 4, like this little pillar of cobble, like as long as they're like within this space but not this one, it's not going to interfere with the spawn rates at all. So it shouldn't impact efficiency at all. It's just going to take a while for those mobs to flow all the way over to here, which isn't a big deal. It's just something to keep in mind. I think I'll do 1 kill chamber for now. I know there's a a maximum number of mobs I can keep in there at once. I think it's like 24 or something. I like to have the water start 2 blocks below the spawner, so like in this area. And the reason why is that way when the mobs are swimming, they don't hit their head and get stuck at the spawner itself. Shoot, I think I made a mistake. I think what we need to do is, yeah. So I need to bring the water up 1 level, kind of like that. So now it flows 8 blocks instead of just the normal 7. I'm going to try to funnel them into a 1 block wide tunnel. So I'm just testing the water mechanics right now to see what's going on. So I have this flowing into here, and then I made like a little water elevator that's hopefully brings them to here, and I'm trying to see if they're able to fight it or not. So if this works the way it's supposed to, he's gonna come right up here. Yep, just like that. So that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so 1 spawn. Let's see if they come. If things are working the way they're supposed to, then they should collect right here. Okay, let's see. Where are you? So you're stuck right there. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. Let's see where that is. So we come into here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking was going to happen. I need to get them from there to here. Oop. Oop. Oh. Uh-oh, things are falling apart. Okay. Okay, so I didn't make any huge changes. I replaced this block with a sign. They won't just get stuck. They'll be able to keep swimming forward into this next water stream. So I think that'll work a little bit. Okay, so 1 spawned. Let's see. If things are working the way they're supposed to, he will end up right here. Yeah, just like that. That's perfect. Oh, he's stuck there. Okay. Alrighty, so I've sat here for a while just to see if my new system works. And it looks like there's like a special mob that spawned, but looking at it, what's ended up happening is they're funneling into this right here, which is perfect. Uh-oh, that's not perfect though. So this works, this system, this design seems to be working pretty well. So let's check out the changes I made. First of all, I noticed that it was taking quite a while for the mobs to enter, like, it seemed like as the water stream progressed, they were able to fight it a little bit, or at least it slowed them down. That's what I noticed in my testing, at least. So I cut this in half. Did I cut it in half? Yeah, this side is 4, but this side is 3, so I must not have... Oh. So I gotta fix that. Okay. So I have 2 water streams now, and they meet in the middle here, and they go down like this. Okay, now on this final drop, they fall onto some fences, and I think you could use cobblestone walls as well, or like any wall. They're just... The big key is that they're a block and a half tall, or like they're a little bit taller than a block. And then they fall down here, and then watch this. Without even moving, I get thrown up to here. So the chest is a little bit less than a block, and this is a little bit more. So it brings you automatically into the water, into the elevator. And then I have a broken block here, so like if I stand right here, like if I stand anywhere in this water stream on the bottom here, it brings me to the edge. Now I gotta fix up this side and connect the two. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. And then that one should be easy. That one actually should only take a couple minutes to set up. So I'm just gonna get to redoing this design a little bit, so that's a little bit better. Oop, okay. So this will be blocked in like that, and I'll just do... Looks like it's working. Let's see if I can't make it so... How am I getting hit? I don't understand that. How are you hitting me? You're not even touching me. Is it you? Are you hitting me? No, I don't think you are. Very strange. So they're getting stuck here when climbing, it looks like? Huh. I kind of thought of another problem. Having the chest there will make it so I can't automatically pick up the loot. At least not from my understanding. But that's something to handle later on. So poison is at... It's going down, okay. So... I'm here. Is he able to hit me? Nope. It seems like... I don't know, I feel like they're bugged out or something. Like he's not even touching me and he's still able to hit me. But... I'm like, I keep getting like hit. And I'm like not sure how. And maybe it's just... Maybe that explains it. Maybe it's just a bug. So let's see. Yeah, so look at that. I'm getting hit and I'm right here. They're not even hitting me. That seems kind of fishy to me. But yeah, it's working, it seems like. Pretty well, actually. Like, look at how many are here already. And I got hit again. I just don't get it. I don't know how I keep getting hit. There's a lot of mobs in here now. Look at all of them. So let's see, if I approach like this, when do they hit my shield? Right there. Oh boy, I got myself into some trouble. Well, that's death number 4 now. I did not see that coming. So they got out. Oh. Gosh, darn it. Okay, again. I need to not die. I'm gonna die again. Ah, darn it. I suppose this whole situation doesn't help that I'm pretty, like, not good at the game. especially like some of the newer mechanics. So here they are all hooked up together. I gotta figure out a better way to kind of pull them together. But yeah, look at this. This is pretty awesome already. Like I can't get any closer than this, so what I might do is like that. If I get too close, yeah, if I get too close, they can hit me. Like more, so can they hit me from here? Yeah, they can hit me from more than a block away. And I died. I should probably watch my health a little bit better. Oop, look at this. Oop, oop. I'm gonna try to AFK here for a little bit and get to level 30. Also, I still have to sacrifice my items, so don't let me forget that. We will do that this episode too. Alrighty, so I have a little bit of an improved design to show off for now. These fences I have out front, as well as the trapdoors, are so that I don't get too close to them. It's not a perfect system yet, but what I did was I took that single chest that is where the stone block was. It was back one though. And I doubled it and put one chest behind this block and one behind this one. And then, so it created kind of like 2 water elevators. And I could extend this more if I wanted. I could actually make those water elevators go as high as I want. This is just for testing right now. So they're all brought to this stone block right here. And they're still able to hit me a little bit, so I have to figure out an even more safe system. But if there even is one, I might end up having to use potions of harming, and just throw it at a distance and never really get close to them, because this is a little bit challenging to do this while getting hit through blocks and stuff like that. Like I was standing like over here and I was just kind of working, and there's spiders on this side of the wall, and somehow they were hitting me every once in a while. Like that. How did I just get hit? Where did I get hit from? I'm standing right here. It's kind of frustrating actually, a little bit to work with. What about over here? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so what about in the corner here? Oh, it's some EXP. No. So I don't know how I just got hit. That was really weird. I've got a working design of my cave spider farm. If you notice, I'm at level 64, so it's a pretty effective design. If you remember, one of the major flaws or one of the major problems with cave spiders is they can hit you really easily. So, an example of that is if I come really close, right over here, they're able to hit me just like that. And that's a huge design flaw. That was a huge design flaw of my old farm, of what I was working with. So my backup plan was to use potions of harming, but the problem is then I need to go to the nether to get nether wart, and I don't want to do that yet. So instead, I came up with another system that works pretty well. So what I have here is a chamber where I collect the spiders. It's like a 1.5 block by 1.5 block chamber, so that I can fit more spiders in there than normal because of the entity cramming rule. And what I do is I press this lever like that, and it closes the chamber off so no new spiders can get inside. Okay. The next thing that I do is I place some TNT right here. Okay. The TNT is nice and protected so that all it can do is get lit and fall down into the water. And the water is really important because that prevents any damage to the blocks around it. So only the spiders get damaged, not the blocks themselves. Right. And now the last thing I do is I press this button here. What this button does is it activates this dispenser twice. It just has this little redstone gizmo that activates the dispenser twice very rapidly, so that the lava is only active for less than a second. So let's take a look at what this looks like in action. I press the button, and I do that, and then I put my shield up, and now I can collect my EXP, just like that. So it's just a proof of concept for now. It's not final. I still have to figure out how I'm going to polish this off and collect the items and make it so that it automatically shuts off. but for now it's working really well. In fact, it's actually working almost too well. If I let it sit for too long, then when I go to kill the spiders, my game crashes. So that happened to me a couple of times when I was testing it, so I do have to be careful of that. Okay, so there's one more thing I wanted to show you before we get to enchanting. There's one thing that would make this even cooler. So what's better than 3? 4 spawners, look at that. So I actually found a 4th cave spider spawner just over here that I had apparently uncovered a long time ago when I first initially went caving. I just didn't mark it, and I also didn't notice it. It was tucked behind a couple walls. And I finally found it when some cave spiders got out, and I like ran over here for safety, and I was like, wait, there's a spawner right there. The other cool thing is, look at this. I stand right here, it's still active. So that means now instead of a triple cave spider farm, I have a quadruple, which is pretty neat. So just wanted to show you that. I'm going to get that hooked up, and I'll show you a little bit more progress on this in a little while here. But looking at the time in the episode, we're almost done for today. So I'm going to get some enchanting done. And then the other thing we're going to get done is sacrificing our items from the deaths I've had. Speaking of deaths, let's just see how many I do have at this point. 12 deaths overall. Okay, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Last time I showed you we were on death number 3, so now we're on death number 12. So I gotta sacrifice some items for that. But we're gonna do some enchanting first, so let's see what we could get here. So what I've been able to do is just kind of go through my random armor chest here I have, and just kind of select tools that have kind of crummy enchantments. So for example, like these pants right here, these uncommon diamond leggings, they just have unbreaking 2. And I just disenchant them over here. So now I got basically a free pair of diamond pants, which is kind of cool. It's a little bit cheaty, kind of. Except like just plain diamond pants are like not nearly good enough for this data pack. You really need to have some strong armor. Also, I think I'm going to start carrying around some totems of undyings when I go caving, because it's kind of scary. I've died almost quite a few times now. So let's see what we get when we enchant. Terrible enchantment. Good thing we can just get rid of it. I'll just do a pickaxe here. My guess is it's just going to be efficiency 4. Yeah, and fortune. So not bad. Not bad. Oh, that's the perfect shovel. That's the sweet spot. That's good. Nice. Not bad. So I have 1 silk touch shovel. Let's see if we can get another really good one. Just silk touch. So this is what I got for my first big enchanting spree. Those are pretty good. That's a really good shovel. Oh, I didn't enchant those. Those don't belong in there. The last thing I wanted to show you for today is where I'm getting my gunpowder for the TNT for the cave spider farm. So what I did was just build a very small rudimentary mob spawner, and I didn't even actually make it efficient. I'm even letting light in up there, but what you should notice is just look at how insane these rates are already. Keep in mind, this is only 10% done. Like, I only have 1 platform done, and I'm gonna have like 20 of them eventually, so quite a lot still. It has some problems with it too. Like, the farm isn't perfect, but it's pretty darn good so far. I should actually not stay down there. I don't want to tempt fate or anything. I might have almost died a couple of times building this thing. But while building this, I actually got some really good armor. Check this out. So I got this shield, which is pretty good, but the big one is, look at these pants. They're mending and fire protection 4, and look at how much health and armor they give you. Like, holy cow, that's a huge upgrade. So I think I'm going to plop those on. These are the drops so far, quite a lot. This is just from about 5 minutes of just kind of like chilling here. Obviously, I need to make a automatic collection system still, but this is pretty good. I'm really nervous to go down there because I don't know. Last time I went down there, I almost died. So we'll just see. I'm going to light it up while I'm down here. Oh man, it's insane down here. I'm going to make it so that spiders don't spawn by doing the half slab trick. I just haven't done that yet. This was really just for testing. And I mean, look at how little area I have cleared out and how good this already is. I also have to be careful. Obviously, there's those legendary mobs that can spawn, or like the boss mobs. I've decided that like you can farm them using this mob farm here. I can farm for like the legendary loot and stuff like that. And I've decided I'm not going to do that. I just feel like it diminishes like the whole fun of the data pack and the vanilla aspect of the game. So any loot that I get from this farm, like from farming the mobs here, I'm just going to throw away if it's legendary. I don't want to keep it. It just ruins the game, I think, for myself. So that's why I'm going to be making that decision. But anyways, so we're going to have 4 of these channels dug out. One going that direction, one going that way, one over there, and one over there. And these are going to be 15 blocks long. Yeah, 15 blocks long. And then inside of each one is going to be 4 of these 7x7 platforms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 7. So that's 49 spaces to spawn per platform. And there's going to be 4, 8, 12, 16 per level. And I can have as many levels as I want. Hundreds of blocks for mobs to spawn on, and it's just going to be insane because look at how little space I already have done, how much of the farm is done, and you already saw how crazy the rates are. Like, I'm excited to finish this project, but that's going to have to wait for another episode. We don't have time for today. So that brings us to the end of the episode. We got a lot done this episode. We got a working, functional design of the cave spider farm. We got a little bit of a mob farm setup. We got a bunch of enchanting. The last thing we have to do then is just sacrifice our items. I died a total of 9 times during that whole debacle of setting up the cave spider farm. A lot of those times were like repeated deaths, so like I would die and then I'd have to go get my items back, and in the process of getting my items back I died again. A couple of times I died to elite endermen that were able to spawn in the farm, and so overall what I ended up doing was just taking all the items I had when I initially died and putting them to rest, as well as any item that I had grabbed to try to retrieve said item. So these are all the items I'm laying to rest. Earth Splitter, some of my original tools I've had, some really good armor, like this one's a really good armor piece, and just some stuff like that. Not everything I had on me at the time survived. Quite a few of them burnt up in lava one of the times when I died, so we're missing out on that a little bit. But yeah, the plan with this whole situation is I'm going to be eventually making a little bit of a graveyard, I think, as well as maybe some other monuments to showcase them. So just because these items are gone doesn't mean we won't be able to see them ever again. I think it's cool to have like a legacy like this. Like, so now these items are always going to be in the world, and I'll always know that these were like my original tools. Well, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I got a lot done and I'm really excited for the next one, so I'll see you then.